Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with Zach Turner. He got first place at Locals Thursday playing Bird Up Lyrilusc Tribrigade, and he's going to show us his deck.
Alright, so let's get it going. First off, we're just kind of playing the standard Tribrigade lineup, so 3 Fractal, 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, and only 2 Karis. There's not a lot to really explain here. This is just kind of standard. The reason why I'm sticking with the original lineup is because even if you don't draw well with your Lyrilusc combo, you can still just do full Tribrigade combo with this deck and still end on at least 2 interruptions guaranteed with a follow-up. So, Karis, I've kind of thought about playing the 3rd, but I don't think it's necessary in this deck. If you're going to play the pure version with cats, you do need the 3rd Karis. But on to the rest. We're playing 1 Kinkabuu. So I really don't like this card because it eats up your normal summon, and there's only like 2 relevant targets with this card in the deck. You have Nerval and you have one of the Lyriluscs. I'm really thinking about cutting it. The card I would probably play instead is the Airborne Assault, which is the quick play Tribrigade card. It gets another name out of the deck, so you don't end up drawing dead names. Can also get you your Lyrilusc monsters, so it gets them out of the deck. So you can draw into your good cards, which are your Tribrigade cards. So he'll probably go to the bin eventually, but I haven't found a good replacement for him. Onto the Lyrilusc engine. So we're playing 3 Warbler. This is your starter. She reads, if you control no monsters, you can just special her for free. It's actually a summon that does not start a chain, so you know your opponent cannot strike this. And also when she's specialed from hand, she can special a Lyrilusc from hand or grave. So she's a non-targeting summon from grave, so that's really good.
Strike can hit inherent summons.
Oh yeah, my bad. But
you can add an assist to it.
I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, she's really good. She's your best starter. So her plus Fractal is essentially full combo. With another Tribrigade, you can actually end on 5 interruptions plus 2 ways to follow up, so that's really good. And then the rest of the Lyriluscs, I play 2 Cobalt Sparrow. This one you don't want to max out on because she doesn't do anything unless she's special summoned. So when she's special summoned, she searches any level 1 Wing Beast. So she can either search for your 3rd Lyrilusc, which is Sapphire Swallow. She can also search Nerval, or she can search DD Crow. So she has, 3 pretty good targets in this deck. And also, it's just whenever she's specialed. She also gives your Lyrilusc Xyz protection from targeting. So when you go to like your Recital Starling or your Nightingale, they can't imperm or veil your Nightingale. So just kind of gives you a little bit more protection. And then Sapphire Swallow's effect reads, if you control a Wing Beast, you can special her and another level 1 Wing Beast from your hand. So if you have Recital Starling or any of the other Lyrilusc names, you can special her and Nerval from your hand. So that's how you get to your Tribrigade portion, which then allows you to go into your Simorg, which allows you to have a lot more room to play with this deck. So this is the lineup. I know some people play 3 Cobalt Sparrow, but you really don't want to see her. A lot of times you only want to dump her off Fractal, but she's still really good. And then the last real monster I say is the Avian. You never want to draw him. This is just your Simorg target. I'm not playing the barrier statue, and the reasoning behind it we'll see more when we get to the traps, but this is what you always want to go for in this deck because you're still playing the Revolt, which, like, Revolt is just an insane card in and of itself, so you still want to play Revolt. So you only need the Avian. It's just a free negate. And also, you can shuffle it back with your Ferrijit and then grab it later with Simorg on your opponent's end phase and have a protection. And then the hand traps. 1 DD Crow because it's searchable off Cobalt Sparrow. 3 Ash because it's just a generically good card. And then 3 Veiler because I think Tribrigade is still going to be a very good deck this format. Also hits some rogue matchups, but not a lot to say about this. It's just kind of a standard lineup. That's all for the monsters. Onto the spells. one Rhoda. Sadly, Konami had to touch us, but it still doesn't matter. You have a lot of ways to get to your combos through hard drawing Fractal or searching it off Nerval, or even like your Lyrilusc can get your combo started. One called by, self-explanatory, to let your combo go through, and 3 desires, because this deck still negs itself really hard, so you need a card that gets you a guaranteed card advantage. It gets you a guaranteed +1. I'm only playing 5 spells, so... onto the traps. The one order, because it still just wins games in and of itself. Konami, why did you let this card live? This card is very unhealthy for the game. Please ban. I'm only playing 2 Revolt. So the reason I'm playing 2 Revolt is I'm only playing 1 Bear Brum in the extra deck. And you don't need 3 Revolt if you're only playing 1 Bear Brum. Because this is nice to have, but at the same time, you also put up 4 other disruptions with your regular board. So you don't necessarily need the Revolt. Sometimes if you want to keep like another hand trap, like a Veiler or an Ash, or like even DD Crow in the matchups, like you can just shuffle this away. So it's nice to have, but at the end of the day, it's not needed. And then the rest of the traps. 3 Strike, because I didn't know what I would be playing against, so I just assumed I was going to be playing against like a monster heavy combo decks, or just decks that use monster effects. This is just a generically good trap. And then 3 impermanents to round out the hand trap lineup. So you have 10 hand traps in a 40 card deck, so your chances of seeing at least 1 hand trap are pretty well, and your chances of seeing 2 are also pretty good. That's it for the main deck. 40 card main. Onto the extra. Play 1 Recital Starling. This is your searcher. This is what searches either your Sapphire Swallow or your Nerval. So with Recital Starling and also one of the other Lyriluscs, you get 2 searches. So you refill your hand after going -1 just to make a Recital Starling. 1 Nightingale. This is if you're going second and you open the Lyrilusc combo. You can make this attack your opponent twice, and then you can end up just slapping a Zeus on the board to bait out your opponent's interactions. Usually 1 Zeus is more than enough to bait out your opponent's interactions, because we're still new in the format, so you don't need like a lot of ways to bait out your opponent's interactions. People are still testing things, and the boards are kind of suboptimal right now. That's it for the Xyz. Onto the links. 1 Almirage. I'm not playing Link Karibo in this deck. I think Almirage is still better, because if you really do brick, this can make Kit into a Link and get Tribrigades to your hand. Link Karibo cannot. So I think this is still better than playing Link Karibo. 1 Double Dragon Lords, just another interruption on your opponent's turn. 1 Doom Eagle, DD Crow away your opponent's important monsters, also sets up your OTKs. 1 Simorg, this is for your turn 1 end boards. You can make this with Farigite and Nerval, and then you have a free negate in your end phase that can't be targeted. And then you can just summon it back again on your opponent's end phase for game, or to get another interaction on your turn to protect your combo. Also, this is one of your ways to search for your interaction, or one of your follow-ups, because you can summon Nerval off of this. So Revolt and Simorg are both ways to get to a follow-up on your end board. So Revolt, summon back the Nerval to make your Shurig. Then you can get a Nerval search, or Simorg can summon the Nerval, which gets you a Tribrigade on the field that doesn't consume your normal summon and can still search you another Tribrigade name. So onto the Tribrigade lineup. We're playing 2 Farigite. This is still kind of necessary too. Just helps you facilitate your combo turn 1, and also can help you get your follow-ups going. 1 Bear Brum. This is for your turn 1 play. You just make this and then link it off into an Appaloosa to get your Revolt into your hand. 1 Rugal, you can't really play 2. The extra deck is just way too tight, but it's just a good card to have as a flex spot. And then the last 2 Tribrigades are 2 Shurig. I like playing 2 of this because you can summon 1 off your Revolt, and then you can summon another one as a follow-up to banish to get a card off your opponent's field and push for more damage. And then the last 2 monsters in the extra deck is 1 Appaloosa. You make this on your end board with 3 materials. So your end board is usually Simorgh, Appaloosa for 3. You'll have your Apex Avian, and then a Revolt set. So you have 5 interactions with your opponent, which against most decks is just game. And then access code, self-explanatory, sets up your OTKs. Can pop multiple cards because a lot of your things are different attributes. You have Dark, Fire, Earth, Winds. Just a really good card overall. And then onto the side, 1 Pankratops. This is just really good going second. Not much to say about it. 2 Ghost Bell. I like this in the mirror over Lancia because Lancia, the big thing in the mirror is stopping your opponent's Revolt. So this stops Revolt really well, and also doesn't hinder your plays if you are trying to set up your Tri-Brigade plays with like Lancia. So this can be played on either person's turn, while Lancia can only be played on your opponent's turn. So that's kind of why I like Bell over Lancia. 3 Droll. This is for Drytron, and also I think I'm also kind of scared of Pendulums. They got a lot of support back, and I'm actually kind of scared of the deck because it can just play through so much. So these will never come out of the side. Eventually these might even be main, depending on how format dependent they are. And then 3 Rocks. This is just good overall against any combo deck. Really good against Drytron, good against Pendulum, good against any other rogue combo decks like Infernoble, Prank Kids, or even Adamancipator. So just a really good card overall. And then the last 3 cards in the side deck are just back row hate. So 1 Duster, double twin. This should be Lightning Storm probably, but I also like having cards that can be used within the standby phase. So I kind of like twin a little bit more. Plus it can also send Nerval Kit and get a search or a send in that way. And then 3 Anti-Spell. I don't know how I feel about this card. You already play a lot of hate already for back row, so I'm thinking these might switch to Judgments to swap out for the Strikes, just so you have another way of just dealing with your opponent's problematic cards in the form of a spell speed 3 interaction. So. But yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on your win, and thank you for the deck profile.